Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Happy 2020, new year, new resolution. Now we should be working our way towards those goals. So maybe for the new year, one of your goals is to update your skincare routine. Ooh, fun, exciting, and kind of just establish more of a routine and a regimen to kind of get yourself into. Today we're gonna go over what I do for my own skin. So my skin type is combination. So I'm pretty normal around the perimeter of my face, but then in the center, I do have larger pores. I'm pretty oily, I have some congestion. So in terms of skin concerns, I do have some post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, just right back here on my cheeks, a little bit around here, just some here, just everywhere, from previous breakouts. The skin type that I have, or the skin undertone that I have, every time I get a breakout, I will get a mark, even if I don't pick at it, even if I don't touch it. If I look at it funny, like all of that, I will get a mark. It will start out pink or like reddish, and then it'll eventually fade to a brown, and then eventually, a long time from now, go away. But I do want to kind of help speed up that process. So for that, I like doing a lot of exfoliation. So I mostly do it with acids, or I'll do like a microdermabrasion, something like that, dermaplaning. A lot of fun stuff just to exfoliate my skin, and that I don't normally do during daytime skincare. I'll do that at nighttime. So no UV exposure when you're doing any sort of like acid exfoliation, microdermabrasion, any kind of exfoliation period. You don't want any sun exposure because that'll just exacerbate the issues that you were having. So during daytime skincare, I really focus on trying to rehydrate my skin because I am quite dehydrated too. But living in New York, right now it's wintertime. Wintertime this time around is not very humid. It's very, very dry. And then going from inside where you have heating and it's very dry to outside where it's very cold and very dry, your skin just doesn't really know what to do. So it does get dehydrated, it loses a lot of moisture. So in the morning time when I wake up, I kind of just want to get as much moisture as I can. So for my daytime routine, starting off, I don't wash my face in the morning. For my skin type, I don't feel the need to do that. Some people with slightly more oily skin or acneic, you might want to do a quick cleanse with like a gel cleanser or something like that, a foam cleanser. Because my skin doesn't feel very filmy in the morning or anything, I'm okay with just using, I used to use Sephora's micellar water that had some zinc in it. So that helped like calm breakouts and all that as well. But right now I'm using a toner from Dermalogica, their multi-active toner. So this guy is just a little sample, but it really helps condition the skin, it rehydrates. So toners are much different than astringents. Astringents are they're very alcohol heavy, so they just dry your skin out so much, and it was more so meant for like an oily acneic skin, but even that type of skin should not use an astringent because astringents are just so drying for your skin. You don't want that to touch. It's just like pure alcohol. Skincare therapists and estheticians, we just prefer using a toner because a toner helps kind of balance out the pH of your skin. To start off, I'm just going to spritz this all over my face. And when you do a spritz, whether it's on yourself or if you're a skin therapist as well and you're doing it on a client, you want to make like a nice arching rainbow. You don't just want to like spritz it right in their face because that's very unnerving and they'll just be like shocked. Like you don't want to do that to them. So we just do a nice toner rainbow. And at night I use a different toner than what I have here. So normally Dermalogica or with toners, you want to just kind of let it sit on your skin. But in the morning, I'm getting ready for work. I'm just in a rush and I just want to get things done. I will take one of my reusable washable cotton pads. This guy, I just came in like a big stack. I got it off of Amazon. And I'm just going to kind of pat it into my skin. So you don't want to swipe, you don't want to wipe, just pat it in. And this is also removing a little bit of the excess that sits on top of your skin because in the morning we're trying to get to work. We don't have time to let this dry. So I have 4 serums from The Ordinary that I like to use. And I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of show you them all at once. And I don't think that I can. So they have both water-based serums as well as water-free serums. They do suggest that you apply your water-based serums first, because the water-free serums will normally have like more of an oil base, whatever kind of oil they use, and the molecule for oil is much bigger than the molecule for water. So water is just going to, or a water-based serum rather, is just going to sink right into the skin, while because the oil molecule is a little bit larger, it will sit on top of the skin for a little bit longer before becoming absorbed. So for our water-based serums, in the morning time, I don't always use all of these serums. It's just kind of what I want to focus on more so that morning. So today, I'm going to use everything basically. First up is the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. So this is extremely, extremely hydrating for the skin. As I mentioned before, my skin's pretty dehydrated, and just dehydrated skin in general, you will really love hyaluronic acid. A lot of the time our HA production, I'm gonna call it HA because a lot of people don't know how to say hyaluronic acid. So even with my clients and stuff, when they're like tripping over their words, I just say, call it HA, we'll all know what it is. So with this HA, it is a humectant, which means it holds about 1,000 times its weight in water. So that's why we love layering this underneath moisturizers. Morning time, it's called hyaluronic acid, but it's not so much exfoliating where it is hydrating. So this you can use both day and night. And I'm going to take, I don't know, ooh. I think that was 3 or 4 drops, and just pat it into the skin. Again, patting, we don't want to rub. Next up, we're gonna go with the Ordinary's 100% plant-derived squalene. And if you're wondering, the hyaluronic acid is also vegan. So this again is for surface hydration of the skin. It's going to give you a really nice glow. It's going to increase that hydration, just kind of soften things up. So I like using this after my hyaluronic acid, or even mixing it in sometimes. And for placement, this guy, I think I'm just gonna drop them right on my face. So we're gonna do one on the forehead and one on each cheek. And we're just going to lightly kind of rub, pat into place. Okay, so what happened was my camera froze in the middle of me talking and recording, so I lost a little bit of my footage, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of backtrack over what I said. So I was finishing up talking about my ascorbic acid 8%, alpha-arbutin 2%. So this guy, ascorbic acid is just a fancy word for vitamin C. That's like the actual chemical terminology for it or whatever. And vitamin C, we know, brightens, tightens, and lightens. So triple threat. It's amazing. If you don't have the ability to, or if you just don't have hyaluronic acid, you don't have squalene, anything like that, just put vitamin C into your serum, into your face routine, into your regimen, and it will really help hydrate you. It'll help bring back your glow. It eventually helps reduce the amount of pigmentation that you have in your skin. So that's one of the main reasons why I like using it in the morning time, because it's not like a lactic acid or something like that, where it really exposes your skin to a lot of damage that can happen just by the UV rays outside or anything like that. It is an antioxidant, so it is meant to be worn during the daytime. Antioxidants protect our skin from that UVA, UVB damage on top of our sunscreen as well. We always want to make sure that we are wearing our sunscreen. But the vitamin C just gives it that added boost and really helps protect your skin while also brightening it, lightening it, tightening it. doing all these great things, hydrating it. Vitamin C is really an all around great product. So if you can't, or if you don't have the other products, if you can't get the other products and you only have access to some sort of vitamin C, I would recommend absolutely 100% putting that into your skincare regimen. So with this, because it is a water-free serum, it is a little bit on the thicker side. So you don't need quite as much as you would of the hyaluronic acid or of the squalene. And again, it's going to sit on your skin for a little bit longer than those previous two serums did, because as I explained a little bit earlier in the video, oil molecules are going to be much larger than our water molecules. So it's going to take a little bit longer to sink into your skin. So we add some of this, we're gonna tap it into our skin. I already did it, as I said before, my footage unfortunately cut out. So you're just gonna take it into your palms, pat it right into your skin. Again, don't rub, just pat it into your skin. You can even do a little nice potent massage, just kind of get the blood flowing if you want. The next serum that I use is actually only for the eye area. So this is The Ordinary, again, caffeine solution 5% plus EGCG. So this is gonna be great for really reducing the amount of pigmentation that you have under your eyes and the puffiness that you get. So that's why I love using this product in the morning, because in the morning your eyes are like, they're so big, they're so puffy, you're tired, you know, you don't really know what's going on, whatever the case may be. This really helps bring all of that down while also reducing that pigmentation that you have under your eye area. So pigmentation can be hereditary, but it can also have other causes. So hereditary pigmentation is a little bit harder to get rid of. With that, you're probably going to need to do peels, you're gonna have to use acids, you're gonna have to do, I mean, even lasers if need be. But for something just from lack of sleep, not enough water, of course, drink more water. But this will also, where's the front? This will also help reduce that pigmentation, keep that eye area nice and hydrated, help diminish the appearance of those fine lines that you get, which can be caused from dehydration. So again, drink more water, or it can be caused just from the aging process. So, you know, this always helps kind of plump everything back up and make the eye area look nice and youthful. So with this, you're going to take one drop, one singular drop. I'm not going to do it because I already did it, and I don't want to waste my product, but you're going to take one little bitty drop. Trust me, it is more than enough for the both eye areas. I was saying in the clip that got lost that I wish I could do half a drop, but that's just like way too much work, and I'm not going to sit here and try and measure out half a drop of serum. So you're going to take your one drop of serum that you have on your ring finger. So your ring finger is the least, it gives the least pressure. So you're gonna put it on your ring finger. I also like spreading it to my middle fingers, because it just gives me a little bit more to work with, I guess. So I spread it onto both fingers like this. And then I'm going to tap it just along the orbital bone. Under the eye area, you're not going to go outwards. You never want to go outwards under the eye. You're pulling that skin, you're dragging that skin, and this skin is so delicate, so thin. Any little mismovement can cause some sort of like line or wrinkle. So we're going to just gently tap it across our orbital bone towards the inside on our under eye area, and then right under our brow bone, or on our brow bone I should say, we're going to go outwards, and this just keeps like a nice little rhythm going. If you have those little globes that you can put in the refrigerator, go ahead and do that too. Use your jade rollers, whatever you have handy. This is just my quick before work get ready. I don't have time for any of those fancy little frills, but if you do have them available and if you do have the time, by all means use them, because they are so nice, they are so relaxing, and a great way to start your morning. And again, another reason why we're only going to focus our product placement on the orbital bone areas is because the skin here and the skin here, just in your eye area in general, is very thin. It doesn't need a lot of product, and it doesn't need a lot of moisture. So when you apply it to the bone area, the orbital bone area, the skin right here is going to act like a sponge, and it's going to slurp up gross, that's a gross word. And it's going to absorb the amount of product that it needs. Same thing right here. It's going to absorb the amount of product that it needs. So just focus it right on that bone, right on the orbital bone area. So the next product that I use is actually from Dermalogica, and it is the Intensive Moisture Balance Face Cream. This guy is amazing. So this one is a little bit thicker, or not thicker, it's a little bit more hydrating than the other options that they have. They do have Active Moist, which is extremely popular and it's great for all skin types. There is also, don't tell me, Skin Smoothing Cream, which is a medium weight hydrator. It's really nice for the skin, again, more so for normal to dry. If you're oily acneic, you don't really want to use that because it might be too much for your skin. We have Intensive Moisture Balance, again, medium to heavier weight, just very nice for those drier skin types. And then we have Super Rich Repair, which is just so thick, so hydrating. That guy I only use at night because I like having that extra hydration, that extra like kind of thicker cream texture on my skin before I go to bed, because as I sleep it'll slowly become absorbed, and then in the morning I'm nice and refreshed and hydrated. So with this guy I'm just going to put, I don't know, maybe like a dime size amount. We're just gonna apply it to our skin. Ooh. And then our last and most important step is our, can anybody guess? It's our sunscreen. I love using Dermalogica's Prisma Protect SPF 30 just for every day. It doesn't matter if it's raining out, if it's cloudy out, if it is bright, full of sun, if it's snowing, whatever it is. If it is the daytime, you need SPF. Doesn't matter if you can see the sun, doesn't matter if you can't see the sun, it's still there, and it's still bringing down those harmful UVA, UVB rays onto your skin and causing your aging and your burning and your just not great things for your skin. So always wear an SPF. I'm putting it over my moisturizer, and it is light activated skin defense. Ooh, so every single time you go out into the sun, it just kind of protects you. And it's broad spectrum, so it means that it is protecting you from both of those UVA and UVB rays. And we're gonna apply. So this is it for my daytime skincare routine. On top of this, I would put, I would do my brows, if I'm being honest. I would do my brows, I would give my lashes a little bit of a curl, I put on a little bit of blush. Sometimes if I'm having a bad skin day, I will put on my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, which also has an SPF in it as well, added benefits. I will put that on as well just for a little bit extra coverage. Sometimes I do spot conceal because the bags under my eyes or even above my eyes, they get a little bit darker the less sleep that I get. I have these lovely little marionette lines that come down like that, a little bit of pigmentation here. I'll just cover those up, or if I have any blemishes, anything like that, I'll just add a dot of concealer, but that's pretty much all I do in the morning. If I'm going to work, because I am a New York State licensed esthetician, try saying that 5 times fast, I do like my skin to show through. I want my clients to see that I do have nice skin. I'm not trying to hide it, and this could be theirs. I'm just kidding. But they can achieve positive results as well. Like, I'm not just an esthetician that doesn't do what I say. I practice what I preach, for lack of a better term there. So again, this is what I do in the morning. Super quick, super simple. It gives me all the added benefits that I want to help my skin, and it helps with those specific concerns that I have while not using any sort of extremely exfoliating products. Thank you so much for watching. I know I promised I would do more videos. Last week it was just the holidays, it was New Year's, it was a lot going on at one time, so I kind of lost track. Plus earlier this week I was doing a lot of trainings just to further my education as an esthetician, so I was pretty busy. But coming in the future, I will be putting out more videos, I will be doing more, you will be seeing my face more. Any questions that you have, please leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!